Hi, it's Openzo's Real Thoughts. This is my first reaction to Zach Snyder's Man of Steel. Man of Steel was absolutely great. Just kidding. Zack Snyder, the director of 300, Sucker Punch, The Watchmen, has created his own distinct style. And when I heard that he was going to direct the new Spider-Man film, I had a few skepticism, only because while his films are generally, imaginative, inventive, innovative, there's always 5% that always falls short, whether it is in storytelling, pacing, editing, so on. And so yeah, I was very skeptical, and the Man of Steel, there are just fundamental rules to storytelling that you kind of have to follow by, and as conventional as it may seem, when you follow it, you can't go wrong with the screenplay. And what I find so unsatisfying when it comes to superhero films is that when you have a man versus man story, the villain always must be a bigger threat to the protagonist. If you look back at the Avengers, the Dark Knight, even the last James Bond movie, what was so fantastic about it, and he should definitely take note, I don't know why, and it just seems obvious that the villain should be a greater threat, and you should truly feel scared. And I love Michael Shannon, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the threat, the great threat of Michael Shannon, and that always falls a bit short when it comes to these superhero movies, if we can't feel that. I thought this film started out very strong. I loved the exposition, but as we progressed in the story, him and Lois Lane, I don't see the chemistry. I don't see the love that I grew up with. That I know and love. They just kind of fall into it, and I wanted there to be more romance and kind of bonding to their relationship, rather than just, hey, I know your secret and I'm gonna keep it away from everybody, and that's why you should like me, or I don't know. But I just wanted more from the relationship, and oh man, the editing or the pacing was very long, and you shouldn't have it so drawn out to the point where a couple of people or the audience members are yawning. That is the worst thing that could ever happen. And I really feel that as Superman, I like that they played with this theme of being scared of who you are, being embarrassed, not being able to be your true self, which is very identifiable. But when he goes against Michael Shannon, I just felt that instead of him defeating Michael Shannon with the same strength that they both have, they're both gods, and for him to defeat the villain at the end with the same exact strength is just so unsatisfying. I feel like, as Superman, he grew up on Earth, and he should have used this humanistic side of him having morals to use that as a quality that helped. Oh my God, that could have helped him. He should have used that quality to beat Michael Shannon instead of using his strength to beat him. And they should have developed more on the fact that Michael Shannon clearly says at the very end that he was programmed like this. He doesn't want to be like this, but he is a warrior of his planet, and I wish they delved more on the fact that while Michael Shannon doesn't have a choice to be who he is, Superman does, and that's what the main difference between those two characters are. And I don't know, I felt like there was so much room to grow, and yet they never challenged themselves, and in the end, Michael Shannon's just grunting and huffing and puffing, and it's just, I love you, but God, it was just not as great. And instead of creating this massive, as my friend Sal calls it, catastrophe porn or whatever. Yeah, it was just like, they just wrecked the entire state of New York, and that's so unnecessary when it comes to the true meaning of the story, or when you get down to the story. I feel like that destruction is completely unnecessary. So yeah, I feel like they will do, you know, a Superman 2, 3, 4, whatever, and I feel like they do have a little bit more room to grow, and really challenge Superman as a person. Yes, he is perfect, but there are things to him being a human that could serve as his downfall. So yeah, I had a lot to say about that. For the most part, I fairly enjoyed it. It was a bit long, and definitely I want them to, you know, not use Zach Snyder, use somebody else, at least. What's his name? Jon Favreau, the director of Iron Man 1 and 2. I mean, he started out as an actor, but look how well he directs. And I think you need that kind of direction to create a good superhero film. So hopefully we'll see that next time. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye.